The year is 1961. There used to be a boom here on Boom Island, and the island used to be split in two. The sediment filled in, and now it's filled in the whole way. And there used to be part way up, somewhere in that section over in here, or over here, used to be 8 pillars of stone, and down at the end there used to be 6 to stop the logs from going down through. And this is just the beginning. 1861, 9 years before the college was founded. I'm going to show you something, and you might go in awe about what I know, but I'm going to take you back to 1861 and also do some updates and stuff that's going on. All right, right now, this is all I'm going to do on Boom Island. I'm going to skip down to the next area. In 1861, this road here, which is 6th Street, I'm back, this 6th Street, part of it's missing. It used to go across the railroad bed, and also it used to go clear up to Highland Street. No, not Highland Street, Highland Cemetery. Still, that's close to what I'm talking about. I'm walking down the middle of the street here. Not many people are on it. See, I went up there, clear up to that road up there. Interesting, isn't it? Missing road in between. Imagine this being all water. Right in this section. No college. I'm going to take you around. Some of these houses were here. See, there was no college at the time. So, imagine this area where this new recreation was. There's all water going straight through that way. It was called the projected canal system. And where I'm standing right now would have had a little bridge to go across from Highland Street over to 6th Street. This would be water on the other side where I'm standing. Imagine that. With a rec hall, this recreation area, that's where wood shop and florist shop was located. The other side of it would be the tennis courts, I think. But back in 1861, that would have been an area where canal boats would have went through, and rafts, and it would have been about 3 foot of water there. Yeah, I would say about maybe 7 foot wide, maybe 8, maybe 6. I'm wrong. That's just a new building. It was built up above the that building. What I'm trying to say, the florist building. I forgot what was up here. I guess it just made this better, or maybe it was a parking lot at the time. It really didn't have fences like that for the railroad either. Keep people from going across. That building back over there wasn't there. That was probably where one of the factories were. Here's the old wood shop. Now it's an art building. What I was just told. So, but this building wasn't here at the time either. In 1861, it was a canal system. Yeah, right there's florist. There's still sort of like art and small motors. He's building in there, kind of like art. They still do florists in here, huh? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I'm heading over here. I think up there where the college students have them built, that dormitory there was the old silk mill. But where I'm standing is in 1861, this water would have been like ankle deep to 3 feet, maybe 4 feet deep in spots. Here would have been at the old McGee tennis courts. They really couldn't build another building on here because it's too swampy. They probably couldn't figure out why when it was at the time. They probably could have built it. Nowadays they're building buildings everywhere. Like this building here, which is to build on to the old Votech building. Yeah, this is built onto the old Votech building. It's a medical place now. And then also the other place where the Votech usually used the belt, and the Keystone Central Tax building over there is part of the LHU now. I don't know what it's called, but I know I walked by it earlier, it said LHU on it. But over here this way, I'm on the back door where the steps used to be, where to go up in the McGee's. There's no steps there now, up to McGee Elementary School. In fact, yeah, right about in here where you used to go up and go into the back door, and McGee was up on top there. They ripped it down. I guess because it wasn't no good. That's what I was told, but where I'm walking right now is part of the canal system. It went a long way through here. Squirrel over there. I'm still walking where the canal used to go through. I mean, it's maybe a little off to the side right now where it used to. Here in the university, probably over here. I'm going to go up over here, show you the college just built that walkway to go up to the one road up to Fairview Street. They just built that over the summer. This is a old McGee School steps, which took you down into the lobby and near the kitchen and the library. These are the old school steps, and this is the wall that you can sit on now. This is the area where they took the food and stuff into the kitchen and stuff. That was the lower half of where they used to do that for McGee School. But I'm coming over here. I'm right on the outside. I'm still walking on the outside of that projected canal basin. I'll be back in a few seconds. Up there is where McGee School used to be, right up on top of the hill here. And the sign saying McGee School would have been right about, and that's one of the little spots right there. I'm here at where the building is. They're going to be building the two-story medical center, which was dedicated here on the morning of Halloween 2019. And over there is that metal thing. That's where they unloaded cars, and right beside it was like a depot where they would fix the cars. But now it's part of the yours building center over there. But right here had a brick wall going around this field. It was called Hanson Field, named after a former logger, either logger or a raftman, one of the two. But he was a riverman, I'll just say. And over here where I'm walking, where it's empty at and where that truck is now was Painter Stadium. But before it was Painter Stadium, that's where it was one of the deepest parts of the basin. The projected basin was projected canal basin. So my dad said it was a dump at one time, but I can figure out why too. It was a dump because of the debris from the floods 88 and 36 didn't help out the canal system at all. And a few little odds and end ones too. But before here, the whole way through here, the deepest part is slightly on the other side of Buffalo Avenue. But where Fairfield, you, oh, one more thing. The Spring Street was not here at the time. There was no Spring Street. That's how wide the canal ended up over here. You didn't have no Spring Street, and these houses weren't here. And now you have a hotel. They must have really had to dig down and if they put a basement in, it must have had to really get a lot of debris out of there. Same thing here. That's where the old Painter Stadium was, and the fence, the old brick wall. Stands right where I'm walking, and the other side was the okay, right here would have been a concession stand, and over there would be another concession stand. I think there was one inside the brick stands too. All right, here there's an alley that I go up a lot of times where I haven't been living lately. This alley right here was not here because the basin. In fact, no Commerce Street either. But I have a couple things to say about right here. McDonald's here, they just redone their building and redone a few things outside, but it burnt twice. Yeah, more likely the couple areas it burnt twice. Mainly where the oil fryer is. They got it rebuilt real quick, and it didn't burn down. The fire station at the time over there, and this alley wasn't here, so neither was that house. And neither was over there CBS, but at one time it was Drive Plus. Can you imagine the time without McDonald's? Can you imagine the time without Dunkin' Donuts? Well, I can imagine without Dunkin' Donuts, because there used to be a Mr. Donuts instead of a Dunkin' Donuts. I'm here at Bellefonte Avenue. Up on top of the hill here on Bellefonte Avenue, back in 1861, this was called Clinton Avenue, and there used to be a toll booth somewhere up on top of the hill. You just had to pay to go up over that with your horse and buggy. Bellefonte Avenue was Clinton Avenue at the time, but they got confused with Clinton Street, which they had kind of two extra Clinton Street, and that confused the post office at the time, so they changed it to Bellefonte Avenue. The reason why, because Bellefonte Avenue faced Bellefonte. That's what I heard. I'm over here across from Citizen Hose, which wasn't there in 1861, but this is where I'm standing is where the canal system would have been flowing through that direction. There was a Mr. Donuts here with a gas station that's on the outside of this parking space, and Commerce Street over there where them houses are and down through there wasn't there. This was all canal system. That's how wide it was at the time. This was that canal, projected canal basin. That's how wide it was. It went through here. Even Wise's wasn't here. This was back in 1861. So that's before the medicine we have nowadays are. You get the good medicine with all that crazy stuff in it. This part of Bald Eagle Street. This part of Bald Eagle Street right now wasn't here. It went from the tracks up to where McGee School was. It wasn't there at the time. Oops, I meant Dickey School. All right, I just had McGee School on my mind. This alley wasn't here. This whole area through here wasn't here. They're probably wondering when I came through here and looked at that map. I was wondering why this area was all flat. It's all here in the city. they leveled it out after the floods, and they built houses and stuff in there. But the canal system had four basins. Three of them. This is the one big one that I'm going to. Then there was two over by where Paul Mac Boulevard is. I'll be over that way soon. I'm here at West Clinton Street. But this street was here, but right here where the basin is, it must have been only 1 or 2 feet deep, because it on the map it said it looks like they still could take their buggies and stuff through there at the time. But I'll tell you which a little bit here. Now here comes the bend of the projected canal basin. It bends right here at Hoberman Field. It cuts back in here. It narrows. It starts narrowing a little bit too, right in this spot. Pretty soon we'll be coming up to the area. Pretty much, there's not much in this area. It just goes clear over to Paul Mac Boulevard, where the canal system used to go through. I just walked through the Gillis tract, the Quiggle, Price and Western Edition, and well, that's what I was coming up to for you back there when I was confused a little bit. As I say, this park was built in the 1930s or south, and I showed you the park before. But this is the area I would be walking, either on the side of the canal or in the water. But some parts of this is pretty much wouldn't have been here because of the canal system here. But there's a baseball field over in one spot, but I think that was there, Schwab Town or something. I'm not sure the name of it at this moment. Where I'm walking here at Hoberman Field used to have a lot more playground in this area. Now it's parking spaces. Prospect Street over there. They did have some of these houses been here since the couple of them houses, not many of them, but a couple of them been here from 1861. But I know the dormitory of the housing over there wasn't. Neither was the Park Plaza. This street back in 1861 was not here, and some of these houses weren't. Somewhere in this area was a brickyard. Lockhaven Brickyard was in this area right here of St. Agnes back in 1861. There was also another business off to the side, and that was a storage shed up there, I think. And now the last time I filmed up there, I think it was a storage shed for the railroad. And back here in that one thing back there, it was thing to stop people from hitting the house, I guess. That post sticking out of the ground. AMP used to be here. Kmart Plaza don't have Kmart in, but it has other things in. It has Saber Lot and Rent-A-Center and labels. Something over there. And the reason why I showed you the Days in Best Western in this area, this is all built up. You can see it has drainage ditches in there, but this is where the canal basin went through, right through this area. And I can't get over where I want to, but part of the Paul Mac Boulevard is the crosscut canal. It just tore it right through there where the canal was. I'm in the area where the two basins were. The projected canal basin is over here where Save-A-Lot was, and I'm over here where the canal, one of the other basins are, and the other is on the other side. But right now, this is going to be just part one.